Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru's niece and author Nayantara Sahgal has now returned her prestigious Sahitya Akademi Award to the Modi government. Expressing disappointment, Sahgal said that the government has failed to safeguard what she called was India's cultural diversity. In a statement titled Unmaking of India, she has accused the government of failing to protect those who dissent from the ruling ideology of Hindutva. She had received this prestigious award in 1986. And we spoke a short while ago to Nayantara Sahgal, writer and Jawaharlal Nehru's niece, and I began by asking her the exact reason. Why had she decided at this very moment to take the decision of returning the Sahitya Akademi? Was it purely linked to the Dadri lynching?
Well, I have explained that in a statement which I issued today, that there's a rising tide of hatred and intolerance in the country, where no dissidence is allowed.
Ma'am, you've singled out though in that statement Hindutva politics, but isn't it true that religious intolerance, Nayantara Sahgal, today is growing among all communities? That there have been similar instances in the past also, some involving Islamic groups, some involving Hindu groups. Why only now are you singling out Hindutva politics, your critics might ask?
No. We have never before been ruled by a Hindutva government whose ideology is to make this into a Hindu Pakistan.
You're making a strong statement. You're saying you're being ruled by a government that is making this country into a Hindu Pakistan. Are you specifically then blaming the Narendra Modi government for this rising intolerance? Remember, in Dadri, ma'am, the UP government is headed by Akhilesh Yadav.
The accountability for what goes on in a country ultimately rests with the Prime Minister.
Those are very powerful words. The accountability, you're saying, rests with the Prime Minister of the country. Are you saying then somewhere, Nayantara Sahgal, you're the niece of late Jawaharlal Nehru, that there is an assault on the Nehruvian idea of secularism and indeed on Panditji himself somewhere in the manner in which this is now playing out?
I don't only believe it, I see it happening. It's happening all around us. The directors of our premier institutions have been thrown out. They've been replaced by servants of the RSS, many of them totally unqualified to occupy those positions and who have no right to be there. We have seen murders taking place of writers and others who don't agree with the government, with this ruling ideology. What more proof do we need? What we do need is that the Prime Minister should, here in India, condemn the crimes that are being committed and this hatred and intolerance of what we call the other, whether it may be Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Parsi, whatever. We are all Indians and this government has to recognize that fact.
Nayantara Sahgal, very powerful words coming from you there in Dehradun. This government has to recognize we are all Indians and we have to protect every community. I appreciate your joining us on a day when you've returned your Sahitya Akademi Award in protest against what you're calling the rising religious intolerance.